Seahorses Through the Mail, Adventures at the Morrison Corral, or perhaps I should say, aquarium. It might be difficult for a young person today as to just how exciting waiting for the daily mail delivery could be. What was very agonizing is waiting all week for a package, and when it didn't arrive during the week, surely it would come on Saturday morning. And if it didn't, and usually didn't, well, Sunday was agonizing because there was no mail delivery, and so was all day Monday till the mail arrived in the afternoon. In Bridgeport, Michigan, where I grew up on Shreve Drive, the post office on State Street was maybe 3 or 4 blocks away. The mail wasn't delivered to our home. We had a box in the post office lobby that had a combination, and it was many times like a magical portal to me. I know that sounds odd, but it's true. Anyway, when I was a kid, one of my favorite hobbies was tropical fish, and I had many hobbies, but I really enjoyed this one a lot. And at one time, after my brothers and sister had left home, and I was the only one still at home, in a very large home with 4 bedrooms, I had something like 15 aquariums in the front bedroom of my parents' home. My dad would buy Field and Streams magazine every month. He enjoyed that. He didn't hunt, but he loved fishing. And in the ads at the back of the magazine was an ad for Aqualand Pets located in Florida, and they sold miniature seahorses by mail. The ad offered a kit that was complete with everything you needed to set up your living quarters for your seahorses when they arrived. You could also order pipefish and other small companions like hermit crabs, small starfish, and various other things. You could also even order marine plants. Now, I managed to save up enough from my allowance and cutting lawns to place my mail order for seahorses, including 1 pregnant male. That's right, 1 pregnant male. For the male, if you didn't know it, in the seahorses are the ones that carry the little ones, and much in the same manner as a kangaroo carries their babies in a pouch. And when they're ready to be born, they literally shoot out like a jet out of that pouch. But anyways, I went to the post office, and I bought a money order, a stamped envelope, and I filled it out at the counter and dropped it in the outgoing mail. And then came the wait. It was only supposed to take about 2 weeks. 2 weeks that seemed like 20 years at the time. For the first week, I had tried to put the seahorses out of my mind, but then I began checking the post office 2, 3, and sometimes even 4 times a day, especially as arrival time got closer. Then the delivery went into overtime, but finally arrived after about 19 days. I walked slowly and carefully as not to jar the precious cargo that was inside the box, a very small box, like they had not been jostled around in the postal system, right? Then, when I finally got them to their new home, over 1,000 miles from the Gulf Coast, there was still more waiting, but this time only hours instead of days and weeks. I had to float the plastic bag that they arrived in the aquarium so that the temperatures would equalize and be exact. And while doing that, I had to add small amounts of aquarium water into the bag, so if there was a difference in salinity or acidity or whatever, they would have a chance to acclimate to it, and that process took several hours to do. I had ordered several marine plants also. They were called Merman's shaving brushes, and they were pretty cool. They were also sea fans. And I was surprised to learn that they were, in fact, a type of algae. They grew very well, but they also brought along a few surprises. Around the base of the stalk was a clump of material from where the plant was collected, and that was the home to some very tiny creatures, one of which was a larval crab that grew up in my aquarium. There were a lot of other little critters that I never figured out what they were. It didn't matter what I ordered by mail. The waiting was always so long, or at least it seemed so. And even now, when I buy a lot of things by mail, mail-ordered items, I hate to order that way because I'm not very patient when it comes to waiting, and the mail hasn't gotten any faster than it was when I was a kid. So, anyways, hope you enjoyed that story about my seahorse corral.